Gina Paulhus here with GenuineEssiac.com. Today I'd like to take a moment to share with you all my personal story of healing using Genuine Essiac tea. So I started feeling pretty sick around 2006, and I had problems with rashes all over my body. I had problems digesting food. I had a lot of joint pain, and I also had trouble with my energy levels. I ended up stopping working. I was just so sick. I was in and out of the hospital all of the time. I had 2 emergency intestinal surgeries because my intestines had just shut down. And it was a really, really hard time in my life. I ultimately figured out, with the doctor's help of course, that I had lupus, an autoimmune condition. They started to treat me for that, but unfortunately the medicine they prescribed for me really didn't help. And after we figured out that that wasn't working, the doctors told me I would just have to learn to live with the condition. Now, mind you, I wasn't able to eat solid food most of the time. My entire body would break out in very angry rashes, and I really couldn't function. So that was not a good response from them. Like, that made me feel quite discouraged. However, I decided that I couldn't give up, and I did get out some books that were regarding autoimmune, and I read them. They gave me some ideas. I did change my diet. I stopped eating dairy food. I stopped eating gluten. I started getting acupuncture. And what I think is actually the biggest change of all was I started Essiac tea. I noticed by around the 3-month mark that my symptoms were so much better. My rashes were better, my joint pain was going away, my intestines were working so much better. And so that was a really, really great find for me, and it really motivated me to keep going on this pathway of seeking alternative options. When I went back to get my blood work years later, they said I was in complete remission in terms of the blood work. They did suggest that I come back periodically. But in the last few years, the doctors actually told me, you don't even need a rheumatologist anymore. There's nothing we can do for you because you don't have an autoimmune issue, which was really, really great because I had been told at one point that this would be a lifelong issue for me. And here I am now 15 years later, and I am feeling very, very well. And I do attribute that all to Essiac. So if you're struggling with an autoimmune condition, I really suggest that you give Essiac tea a try. It was the answer for me, and I hope it'll be the answer for you as well. Good luck.